Yay, greetings. Greetings and love. Yes, welcome to this Yin Yoga class, which is for helping to balance the hormones. Okay, so we're working with the meridian lines of the liver, the kidney, and the spleen. Okay, so the kidney is connected to the water element, and the meridian lines come from the inner toe. Okay, so just step back from the inner toe, and the meridian lines comes up the inner toe, up the inside of the legs, up the groin, and ends at the shoulders. And that's the kidney meridian line, which is connected to the water element. And then we have the gallbladder meridian line, which is connected to the wood element, and this starts at our little toe. It comes up and zigzags up the side of the body, comes up around the back of the neck, and kind of zigzags and ends at the ears. And the last one is the spleen, connected to the earth element, which is summer. And that is similar to the water element, but it comes up the inside of the legs, comes out the outer side, and down and ends here. Okay, so those are the main meridian lines that we're working with today. That is the spleen, the wood, and the water element, the gallbladder, the spleen, and the kidney. And the earth element is connected to late summer, and we're moving in the UK now from summer into the phase of moving into autumn, which is the earth element. So I've had to start a little bit earlier tonight due to I have something going on after. So I'm recording this now at 6 p.m. and I will upload it at 7 p.m. for everybody to watch. And then I think in 2 weeks' time I'm going to be live at 6 p.m. and if you miss it, then you can always watch the replay. So blessings. Let's begin. So I'm just going to do that like that so you can see. That's it. Okay. Wardrobe's sticking out a little bit. Okay, that's it. So let's get our cushions, because we might need our cushions tonight. So we're going to start by grounding, coming into the present moment. It is a yin class tonight, so it's all about mindfulness, relaxation while we work these meridian lines and our organs, the spleen, the gallbladder, and the kidneys. So let's begin. So finding yourself in a comfortable position, either sitting on a block, pushing yourself forward on the block, so that your hips, your knees are slightly lower than your hips to keep your spine nice and straight. I'm just going to turn that down a tiny bit. So we're going to begin by grounding and coming in to the present moment. So inhale into the lower spine, into the root chakra. And as you do, lengthen the spine, lengthen the crown of the head up to the sky. And then the exhale, Relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. Now taking a deep breath in, into the back of the neck, lengthen the back of the neck, lift the head up to the sky, our crown chakra. And on the exhale, deeply relax the face, unclench the teeth, let the tongue hang at the bottom of the mouth, relaxing the whole face, the head and the neck. Inhale now into our abdomen as far as you can. Let the abdomen expand. And on the exhale, send that breath down into the legs and feet. Grounding. Let the earth take the weight. Taking a deep breath now into the heart center. Let the heart and chest expand on the inhale. And on the exhale, relaxing the whole body, the hands, the arms. So we're going to be using our gentle Ujjayi breath, ocean sound breath. Ujjayi. So we inhale into the nose, and I do have a short demonstration of this on my YouTube channel where you can practice. So we inhale into the heart, making that constrained sound in the throat. Pause, and then we exhale from the abdomen. So you can do it first with your mouth open, and then you can close your mouth and try and do that same sound through the nose. So inhale into the heart center, Ujjayi breath through the nose. Exhaling from the abdomen. And again. We're just going to do gentle Ujjayi breaths in and out as I guide you. Make sure you inhale into the heart and exhale from the abdomen. So just being aware of the space around you, the breeze passing through, the touch of the clothes on the skin, the sensations of the air passing through, the connection to the earth's energies grounding our root chakra at the base of the spine. Deeply begin to listen. Listening to your breath. Listening to the pan drums and the music. You can open your eyes and be aware of the space around you. As we exhale and let go of everything. Let go of all that we don't need right here, right now, in this moment. And as you sit here, just observe what comes and goes, what thoughts come by. Just observe like a cloud passing in the sky. Don't get caught up in it, just observe the silent watcher. And just let that thought float away like a cloud passing by. And this is your time to be here, to be present. Now we're working with these meridian lines and connected to the gallbladder, the spleen and the kidney. And this helps with our reproductive organs and our womb, helping to balance hormones for those that may have difficult monthlies, hormone imbalances. Even men can get that too. Too much testosterone. And for those experiencing menopausal, both menopausal, the perimenopause, the menopause, the postmenopause, hormonal difficulties. But it's not just only good for that. It's a cleansing and a nourishing for our kidney, our spleen and our gallbladder. So it's, although it helps those with hormonal difficulties, it's a healing practice that anyone can do. Okay? Because the cats. So we're going to start to do a nice warm up now. We're here, we're present, we've let go of the day. Just let it go as we nurture and give ourselves self-love and healing. So inhale, lengthen the spine, lengthen the back of the neck. On the exhale, take the right ear to the right shoulder. And take the head down and round, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale up round the back, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale down and round, left ear to left shoulder. And then when your right ear comes to the right shoulder, we're going to go round the other way. Inhale up, round the back, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale down, round, nice and slow. Feeling all those little crunches in the neck. And then inhale back to center. We hold a lot of tension in our neck. So inhale, remember the breath leads the movement. Inhale into the heart, ujjayi, and begin to lift the arms overhead. Exhale from the abdomen, coming back down. Again, inhale into the heart, lifting up. Exhale from the abdomen, lifting back down. One more time, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lifting back down. Putting your right hand on the mat. Inhale, lifting up the left arm and bringing it across over to the right, stretching that left side of the body. Inhale up to center. Exhale, placing the left hand by the buttocks, and inhale, lifting up the right hand, leaning across, feeling that stretch on the right side. Inhale, coming up, and exhale down. Well done. So we're now going to move into our first asana. Okay. We're going to warm up our spine first. Make sure you've got your blocks and you've got a pillow and a cushion. So inhale, we're sitting in all fours. The knees are under the hips, the hands are under the shoulders. Inhale, lifting up the heart, lifting up the head, the belly button towards the mat. Exhale from the abdomen, gentle ujjayi, tilting the chin onto the chest, arching the spine up between the legs. Inhale, belly to the mat, lifting up. Exhale, arching the spine, knees, chin to chest. Inhale, belly towards the mat, lifting up the heart. Exhale, chin to chest. And we're just going to do some leg raises here. Inhale, bringing the left knee to the chin, and lift it up. Just hold it there, breathe in, inhale into the heart, exhale from the abdomen. Inhale into the heart, exhale, bringing the knee back down. We're going to do the same on the other side. Inhale, bringing the knee, chin to chest, and then lifting up the leg. Inhale into the heart, exhale from the abdomen. Inhale into the heart, exhale, bringing the knee back down. Okay, so we're going to move into our first pause. And remember, with the yin, I'm just going to move them across. And remember, with the yin, we hold in the pause. So we find our edge, and when we know we've gone far enough so that we're not in any pain, we hold the position. Okay? So that helps to get deep inside the fascia tissue. Okay? So we're going to start, just making sure the volume's up. We're going to start with butterfly pose. So taking a little cushion, putting your buttocks on the end of the cushion, okay, and then bringing your feet together, okay. So just whatever is comfortable for you. It could be out there or closer in, but what you want to be feeling is a stretch in this inner groin and inner legs, which is our kidney, okay, our kidney meridian line. And then we're also going to feel it a little bit on this upper legs in our spleen. Okay. So once you found where your legs are comfortable, that it's not hurting, then you can either get your block and stay up here like that. Okay, rest your head, hands in your chin, elbows on the block, or you can start to move forward and just put your block there in front of your toes and just rest your head on there, hands on there. Or you can just use your hands and move forward, whatever is better for you. So let's find our position and then we hold it as we breathe, gentle ujjayi breath. And the reason we hold the pause is because it's getting deep into the fascia tissues, which is inside the muscles. And a lot of us, when we get pain in the body, we think it's our muscles and our joints, but a lot of it is to do with that deep fascia tissue that we've stopped using. Many of you sit at desks all day, but we don't think about sitting and holding to release that deep fascia tissue, okay? Because a lot of us are always doing the yang, the doing, the going, the yang yoga, the hatha, the kundalini, the vinyasa. We need the yin and the yang. So finding your position, no strain. Once you've found your edge, we begin with our breathing, okay? So I'm just going to put that down there, like that, so you can see me better. That's it. So resting on your block or just your hands down here and holding the position now. So inhale, gentle ujjayi into the heart as the spine lengthens. The chin is tucked onto the chest. On the exhale, deeply relaxing into the butterfly pose. Inhale into the heart. Feel yourself lengthening
And on the exhale, deeply sinking into the mat. Inhale. And on the exhale, relaxing the face. There's no tension in the neck. The neck is resting on the chest. Inhale into the heart. On the exhale, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the spine, which is gently curved. Now we're going to inhale into where you feel the meridian lines on the inner thighs and groin. Our kidney meridian line. Inhale. Exhale, relaxing where you feel the stretch. Let the body just relax into it. If there's any pain, adjust yourself so that we don't want any pain. We just want to feel that deep release of the fascia tissue. Inhale, lengthening into the heart. Exhale, sending the breath into our legs where we feel that fascia tissue gently releasing. Holding in stillness. Observing and listening to the breath. Three more breaths. Feel that stretch releasing. And releasing, relax. When you're ready, gently start to come back up. Well done. Releasing the legs. You'll be able to feel that on the inner legs now, the inner groin, the inner thighs, and just doing the windscreen wiper as a counter pause to release the legs. Well done. So now we're going to move into sleeping swan. Okay. Just want to make sure you can see me there. Moving into the sleeping swan. So this time we're going to get our front leg, so you cross it, sitting that way, okay, as though you're going to cross your leg, like that, and then instead of crossing this leg over, like that, okay, I'm going to show you this way. We cross the leg, and then we take this back leg back, and we lean over the leg. So I'm just going to show you here. Taking the leg like that, and then we take this leg back, and then we lean over this leg. So the bent leg, we're now leaning over it. Okay. Now, if you need a bolster or a rolled up cushion or a blanket, you can lean and relax on that. If that's comfortable for you, just lie over put your head and arms over the bolster. You're still going to feel this pressure on the inside of this leg, which is working our spleen and kidney meridian lines, okay? Or you can get a block and just rest your head on the block with the arms by the side. And now this back leg, the front of the leg should be on the mat and the toes facing down, okay? So like this back leg is, the front is on the mat. So we're not like that. We're not kind of on the side. This leg is like that. And we're actually leaning on top of the front bent leg. So finding your position now. Finding your edge. And the spleen and kidney and gallbladder is all related to our reproductive hormones. So resting our head on the block, or you can just rest your head on the mat. Well, I'm going to use the block or the bolster, rolled up cushion, blanket. So now we move into stillness, feeling that stretch. This time on the outer side of the leg, the bent leg, and the inner. So we're also working the gallbladder line, meridian line, on the outside of that bent leg. So inhale into the heart, gentle ujjayi. Exhale, deeply relaxing into the posture. This is the sleeping swan. Inhale into the heart, lengthen. Exhaling from the abdomen as we deepen. Breathing in now to where you feel the stretch on that bent leg, the front leg, the outer and the inner thigh. You should be feeling the stretch there. You should be feeling it working. Inhale into where you feel that stretch on the bent leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax. So now, if thought comes across, just observe what comes into your mind. Maybe what you're going to do for dinner, what somebody said, what you're going to do tomorrow. Just observe, don't get caught up in it, and let it go. Let it go by like a cloud. Stay in this moment. Inhale where you feel the stretch. Inhale. Should really be feeling it on that inner thigh and outer thigh of the front left bent leg that we're leaning over. Inhale. Exhale, release any tension in that leg. Inhale. Exhale, releasing the fascia of the spleen, the kidney, and the gallbladder. Listening to the music, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, what you can do now is just stay there, but come up on your hands and lift up. We're going to take a couple of breaths here in sleeping swan. So inhale, lifting up. Sorry, this is swan. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, relax the shoulders, relax the face, the gaze is ahead. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. And then when you're ready, just gently come twist yourself onto your buttocks to come out of that leg. I'm just going to turn this light on because it's starting to look a bit dark here. So let's just put that light on as well. Okay, I don't know if that's made much difference. Yeah, I think it has. So now we're going to go on to the other leg. Here. So we're going to bend this right leg as though you're going to cross it, as though you're going to cross your legs like that. And then we take, so this is the right leg now, we take our back leg, make sure the top is on the mat. Get your block or your bolster. And we begin to move forward on top of our right leg now. So we're working our spleen, kidney and gallbladder meridian lines on this right leg. Let's move in to our position, finding the edge. If you need a bolster, use a bolster. If you find this back leg, if there's any pain in the back leg, which there shouldn't be, you can just relax it a little bit, but not too much. So just relax it so it's twisted a little bit. Try and keep it straight. So moving into the edge and holding our position. Inhale, Ujjayi into the heart. Exhaling from the abdomen. Inhale, lengthening, Ujjayi breath. Exhale, deepening into the present moment. Inhale, into where you feel the stretch, where you feel the slight pinch in the outer thigh and the inner thigh of the front bent leg. On the exhale, deeply sending the breath to where you feel in those meridian lines, releasing the fascia, the deep fascia release. And relax on the exhale. Be aware of the space around you as you inhale and exhale. Gentle Ujjayi breath into the heart and out at the abdomen. Relaxing the face and all the muscles on the exhale. So we're deeply working the fascia tissue within that upper thigh and hip, where we can hold a lot of tension. And sometimes if our hips are tight, the fascia tissue is tight, it can cause lower back pain. Inhale into where you feel the stretch on that front bent leg. Exhale, relaxing the leg, knowing that you're doing some good work. Releasing the tight fascia, working with the meridian lines, cleansing our kidney, our liver, our spleen, and our gallbladder, all connected to hormonal balance. Inhale, lengthen. 2 more breaths. Exhale, relax. Last breath. And when you're ready, inhale, coming up into swan. So we come up onto our hands, the gaze is ahead. Keep that leg bent at the front and this back leg the same. 4 deep breaths. Inhale into the heart, lifting up. Exhaling from the abdomen. Inhale into the heart, lifting up. Exhaling from the abdomen. Two more breaths. And on the exhale, sitting back as though you're going to sit on your buttocks, releasing the legs. Giving them a shake out. Flexing the feet and pointing the toes. Flex and point. Flex and point. Those hips, those thighs, and rub. You've done a lot of work here on the outer and inner. Okay, releasing the fascia. So now we're going to move into dragon pose. Okay. Are you going to do some too? Yeah. Okay, so for this you need your 2 blocks. I'm going to start with our left leg forward. So we're going to go on the blocks. Bring the left foot between the blocks, okay? And the back leg, we just leave the knee on the floor, the toes on the floor, and we're going to hold it here like this, okay? So you put your blocks either side of your left foot, this back leg, the knee is on the floor, the toes are on the mat, and we're leaning onto the blocks. Okay, this is the dragon pose. So we're going to hold it here now. Inhale, finding your edge. Now, if that's too much, then you can just maybe put a cushion under your knee to pad the knee, or a bolster, blanket, maybe just to take some pressure off your knee. And using the blocks to keep yourself up. You might be able to do it without the blocks, like that, on your fingers, but you can use the blocks that way as well, so you get a deeper lunge. So finding what's good for you. And once we've found our position, we go into stillness. We've found our edge, so we're not in any pain, but we're feeling that stretch now on this back leg, the front of the back leg, and the insides and also the outside. So we're working the liver, the kidney, the spleen, the gallbladder. Okay? So inhale into the heart, lifting up. Exhaling from the abdomen. Inhale into the heart, lifting up. Exhaling from the abdomen. The gallbladder is actually the yang, and it's connected to the wood, and the liver is the yin. Okay. Breathing in to where you feel that stretch now on that back leg. Inhale, lengthening, lifting up. Exhale, feeling that stretch in that back leg. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale into the stretch, the front of the back leg. Two more breaths. One more breath. You can also feel, last breath, you can also feel it on the inner groin of the bent of the front leg. And very gently come back onto your knees, releasing the legs. And just feeling the effects of that now on that back leg and also the front inner groin. Working the kidney, the liver, the spleen and the gallbladder. So now we're going to go on the other side. We're going to bend the right leg front and the left leg comes to the back. Okay, so get any blocks. So this time we're going to bring the right leg forward between the blocks and taking that back leg back. Now you're kind of pushing forward in a lunge. Now you might need a cushion under your knee, but we're just going to do the same on this side in the dragon pose. You can put your bricks higher and then you're kind of pushing forward. The knee stays in line with the ankle on the front leg. Okay. But we're pushing forward so we feel that stretch down the front of the thigh of the back leg, the left leg. So inhale into the heart, ujjayi, lengthen. Exhaling from the abdomen, soften. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling into that front of the back leg. We can feel that working now in the meridian line. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, feeling that stretch in that front leg. Listening to the music, listening to your breath, breathing into where you're feeling that now on the front leg, inner groin, and the back leg, especially at the front and the inner thigh. Two more breaths. In fact, three more breaths. Feeling it releasing that deep tissue, the deep fascia. Inhale, lengthening, exhale, deepening. Last breath. And after that, we're going to release and come back onto our knee, really feeling that in the thigh. I can really feel that. Let's do some windscreen wipers to release our thighs. Knees together And just taking them across like a windscreen wiper. So we're really working those thighs tonight, the inner thigh, the front of the thigh, the back of the thigh, working the kidney, the spleen, the liver, also the gallbladder, which is the yang. So now we're going to move into the Sphinx pose, okay, because this helps with our adrenal glands. So for the Sphinx, we're just going on our belly. And we bring our arms together, or we can place our hands down on the mat, whatever is best for you. Or bring the palms together, and we're just going to hold it in the Sphinx. And this is really good for the adrenal glands, okay, which is related to our hormones. So finding what's good for you. You can bend your knees if you want to get it and coming up on your elbows, keeping the hands in prayer position, or shoulder width apart, palms flat on the mat. Bend the knees to get a deeper stretch, or keep them down. If that's too much, then you can always get your bolster, your rolled up cushion, your blanket, okay? And you can kind of lean over there like that, okay? If that's easier for you, as long as you're getting a dip and a stretch in this lower spine. So you can use your bolster. You can just use your hands. You can use your brick. Just put your head on it so that and your arms at the side, so we're still getting that stretch in the lower spine. Okay. So finding your edge now, finding what's comfortable for you. Your block, your bolster, your cushion, or just using your hands. So I'm going to bend my knees because I want a deep stretch in that lower spine. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, relax the jaw, relax the head, relax the face. The body is in stillness now. Stillness. Inhale into the heart. Gentle ujjayi. On the exhale, we relax the whole face. Relax the neck. The neck is in line with the spine, so we're not looking up. So that we twist and we pull on our neck. The neck should be in line with the spine. So the gaze is just gently down a little bit. Not too much, because then we're putting pressure on the neck. So the neck is in line with the spine. Inhale into the lower spine now, our root chakra, where we're feeling that stretch as we work our adrenal glands connected to our hormones. Inhale. And we exhale, deeply relaxing that root chakra as we ground, rooted and connected to the tree of life. Inhale, ujjayi into the heart. On the exhale, deeply relax the shoulders, the arms, the hands. This time on the exhale, deeply relaxing the spine. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, deeply relaxing the legs and the feet. Really breathing in and out where you feel that stretch in the spine now. You might feel some clicks. And this is a really good pause for backache, back pain. Just make sure it doesn't pinch or hurt. If it does, use your bolster, use your block, whatever you need to use. Don't stay in the position if you feel pain. We're going to do 4 deep breaths now. Inhale into the heart, lengthen up into the stretch. Exhaling from the root chakra at the base of the spine. Inhale into the heart. Lengthening. Exhaling from the root chakra. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Now, if you want to come up onto your hands, keeping the arms straight, we're going to go up into upward dog. 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, lengthening. The arms are locked, the elbows are locked. Exhaling from the root chakra, the lower spine. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Lifting up. Exhaling from the root chakra, or stay as you are if this is too much. 1 last breath. And on the exhale, bringing your arms back down. Placing your forehead on the mat. We're going to take an arms out in front. Point to the toes. We're going to take a deep couple of breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Relax all the muscles down into the earth. No tension. And another deep breath. And we're going to move into the twist now. Going down into child's pose with a couple of breaths to counterbalance the back bend and the sphinx. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, receptivity, lengthen. Exhale, relax, deepen into the earth. And then walking your hands up and up onto your knees. We're going to move into our final asana tonight, which is the twist, before we do our shavasana. I'm just going to check the time. Okay. So, we're lying on our back. Okay. And you can use a bolster here if you need to. We're going to take our arms out to the side, chin to chest. Lifting up your right, bending your knee and grabbing, then lengthening the leg, grabbing hold of your big toe on the right leg and taking it across your body as you look over at the right arm, holding onto that toe. Now, if that's too much, you can keep your knee bent and just take your knee across onto the floor or onto the cushion or the bolster. And if you need to raise the cushion, the bolster, Then just raise it up and you can just rest your knee on the rolled up blanket or the bolster, okay? If that's easier for you. So, oops, doozy. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to do the star twist. You can use a bolster and bend your knee onto it. Just find what is comfortable for you. Finding the edge. And when we do the star, you're really getting the stretch down this outer leg as well, which is the gallbladder. And let's begin. So inhale, lengthen into the heart. Exhale from the abdomen. Inhale into the heart. Exhaling, relaxing the mouth, the head, the neck and the shoulders. Inhale where you feel that stretch on the outer thigh now. Inhale. Ujjayi breath. Exhale into that leg. And again. Be aware of your breath, listen to your breath. Inhale into the heart, gentle Ujjayi breath. Exhaling from our womb, from our reproductive, from our womb. We nurture ourselves, our being. And again. Exhale into that outer leg where we can feel that stretch in the fascia tissue. Releasing any tightness. Relaxing that leg. Really feeling as though we're releasing a lot of tightness in them thighs and hips. Releasing that deep fascia that can cause pain and tightness in the hips and back and body. And this twist is really good. It's like a detox. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, releasing the toe. And just coming back, bringing it into center, lying on the back. Before we move on to the other side. Oh, lost my ball on it. And this twist helps to detox the liver. So now I'm going to move to the other side. Hello. Remember, you can do the same thing. Put your bolster there to rest your knee on if you don't want to, if it's difficult to lengthen and hold onto the toe. So let's do the same on the other side. Inhale into the, finding your edge, moving into stillness. Inhale into the heart, lengthening. Exhaling from the abdomen. Excuse me. Well, I don't know about any of you, but this is, I can feel like I'm releasing a lot of wind. It's trapped. And that's a good sign. Inhale into the heart, lengthening. Exhaling from the abdomen. Feeling that stretch now on the outer thigh. This is really working our gallbladder, which is the yang, but connected to the liver and the yin. Inhale. Inhale into where you feel that stretch on the outer leg. Inhale into the heart ujjayi. On the exhale, deeply relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing the leg. Breathing in and out into where you feel that deep release of the fascia in the outer thigh of the extended leg. And even if you've got your knee bent, you should be able to feel that stretch. If you can, try and straighten your legs so you're really working the outer gallbladder line on the outer thigh. 3 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhaling from the abdomen. Inhale. Exhaling from the abdomen. Inhale. And exhale, release. Oh, I could really feel that one. It's really tight. So moving into Shavasana. The feet are at the edges of the mats. The hands are at the edges of the mat. Palms up. Fingers, palms gently curled. The neck is towards the chest. The neck is long. The spine is straight. As we let go of ujjayi now, just natural deep inhalation and exhalation. Just feeling the effects of those yin poses, the meridian lines of the kidney, the liver, the spleen and the gallbladder, which is the yang, the gallbladder. The kidney, the liver, the spleen is the yin. And we work with the wood, the water and the earth element. Deeply releasing deep, tight fascia tissue. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, deeply relax down, down, down. Let the earth take the weight of the body. As we move into our final relaxation, bringing into awareness the big toes, breathing into the big toes and taking the stretch down the breath down each toe down to the little toe. Relaxing the toes into beingness. Breathing into the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, the heels and the ankles. Relaxing both feet into beingness. Taking the breath up into the calves, the shins, the meaty part on the mat, the lower legs. Up into the knees, the front of the knee, all around the knee, the back of the knee. On the exhale, deeply relax the lower legs. Taking the breath into the the thighs, the outer, the inner, the front and the back of the thigh. On the exhale, deeply relaxing the thighs and the legs and the feet into beingness. Now taking the breath from the lower spine, the middle of the spine, the upper spine, lengthening the back of the neck. And on the exhale, deeply relaxing the spine. Grounding, rooted to the tree of life. Our true being, with a quiet mind into consciousness. And here we have the water element, it's raining. Breathing into the lower belly, let the belly expand as far as it can. Taking that breath up into the ribs, up into the upper chest. And on the exhale, deeply relaxing the belly, the chest. Now bringing into your awareness the fingers gently curled in both hands and the thumb. Breathing into the palms of your hands. Exhale out of the back of the hands. Taking the breath into the hands, into the wrists, the lower arms and the upper arms. On the exhale, deeply relaxing the arms into beingness. Now taking the breath into the shoulders. Deeply relaxing the shoulders on the exhale. Down and away from the ears. And taking a deep breath now into the heart center. Exhale, I am love. And send that love out to the universe that so desperately needs it. Breathing into the back of the neck, the sides of the neck, the throat, our throat chakra, our thyroid gland that needs balance, for hormonal balance. Breathing into the back of the head, the top of the head, the forehead. The forehead is soft, the temples are wide and soft. Relaxing the jaw, the teeth, the tongue is at the bottom of the mouth. Relaxing the cheeks, the ears, the eyebrows, the eyelashes, the eyelids. Taking a deep breath in, deep behind the eyes, as far as you can. Exhale, mind floating on the breath, breath leading the mind to the heart. Just taking a couple of breaths here now to see how you feel now compared to before we started the class. As we end the class with a stillness and silence, observing how you feel now and the effects of the asanas and the breathing from the class. When you're ready, in your own time, begin to bring some movement to your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, stretch if you need to. And rolling over onto your right side, resting your head in your right arm. Then pushing yourself up into sitting as we end the class for today. Taking some deep breaths. Ujjayi, inhale, lengthen. Exhale from the abdomen. And again, 2 more. As we sit in silence, just observing our breath. The mind is quiet. You feel the effects of that working our liver, kidney and spleen meridian lines, connecting to the earth's elements, wood, water, earth, and really balancing, detoxifying, working with the adrenal glands, our womb, our hormones, and our deep facial tissue. As we sit and observe, mind focusing on the breath, mindfulness. As we bring our palms together, gratitude for breath, for life, gratitude for the practice, for the teachings. May the practice not only benefit ourselves, but all beings. May all beings be happy and free. Om Shanti 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 Om. Namaste. So I'm sorry I had to start a bit earlier today. In 2 weeks' time I'll be back, but I'm going to be starting at 6 p.m. If you miss it, you can always watch the replay. It's just that 6 p.m. works best for me. So I'm sorry I wasn't here for 7 tonight, but I've recorded this at 6, so it's ready to go live now. And I will see you in 2 weeks' time at 6 p.m. Peace be with you. Namaste. Blessings.